2D results are based on the finite element mesh. When the project is calculated, you can go to the main bar and ask for the results on the 2D members, where we have deformations, internal forces, stresses, and contact stresses. Those are also available in the process toolbar under results. Here we find 2D deformations and 2D internal forces. For the other ones, like the stresses, we can just drag and drop, and in that way you can customize your own toolbars. So in that way, I will just add both of them. And now they are all available if you would like to use them. Let's start with the first one, 2D deformations. And in the property panel, you can set the properties of the result that you would like to see. First of all, you can change the type of load. You can choose between load cases, combinations, or classes. We will just do it for the ULS class. And then in the values field, we can choose between the different values available for the result that we are asking for. In this case, I will ask for the total displacement, and I will just ask for the standard result and refresh. So this is my result on the 2D members. I can also ask for the results on the edges and refresh. And then you see that 0.8 millimeters matches nicely with the result on the 2D member as well. The third option is results on sections. Therefore, we need to add sections first. We can use the SCIA Spotlight to search for section on 2D members. We can set the proper properties, and I will add a section here and another section in the base plate. Also, the commands from the SCIA Spotlight can be attached to the toolbars if you want to reuse them again. And now I can ask for the 2D deformations on those sections, and I see nicely a result in a section that I have just created. Following property is the 2D internal forces. I will ask again for the combination result. And now in the type of values, I have basic magnitudes of principal magnitudes. The basic magnitudes are according the local axis of your element, while the principal magnitudes are recalculated based with the circle of Moore. In our case, I will just stick to the basic magnitudes and ask, for example, for some normal forces. And we have this representation. It's also possible to represent the 2D results on 1D members. And therefore, we can make use of integration elements or integration strips. So we can find those in the SCIA Spotlight. For example, an integration strip. I will add that to this element with a width of 1 meter. And an integration strip will only integrate over one 2D element. While with an integration member, you can go further and you can integrate over multiple 2D members. In our case, I will just show you the principle on both sides. The results should be quite similar. If we now ask for internal forces, we can go to the 1D internal forces. Those options become available again. I can ask for the combination, the normal forces, and then I have on both sides the same result. And if I ask for the preview of these results, I can have a similar output as if I would ask it for 1D members. The next function is the 2D stresses. I can choose a combination ULS again. I have basic stresses or principal stresses. So when I am interested in the von Mises stresses, I can go to the principal stresses and select sigma E plus or sigma E minus. The plus result is on the positive local Z direction of your elements, and the negative or the minus symbol is for the negative Z direction of your elements. So this is the sigma E plus result. The last option that we have is the 2D contact stresses. This option is only available when you are using a surface support on a 2D member. We can ask again for the ULS result. And for the values, we have the shear stresses, that is tau, and we have the bearing stress, and that is sigma z. We can refresh, and then we have this nice image. Now, all the 2D results can be changed via the drawing setup 2D. And there we have some display settings. You can change your results and represent it with ISO lines, ISO bands, and so on. You can also ask for a numerical representation. You can play with minimum maximum settings, and you can set local extremes or not.